So here's my review of the Android TV box. We'll just have a look at what you get in the kit. So here we are.
So let's have a look at these things that we've got from Big Sing. We've got a mini keyboard here, and we've got the EMISH Android Box here. We'll have a look at the Android box first. Open it up, and it looks like quite a number of these other Android boxes. The case is the same shape and so on. This one is a little different in that it's got two Wi-Fi aerials on the back, and then on the back here you've got the normal array of ports in addition to the Wi-Fi thingies. You've got your plug for power, your HDMI output to connect to your television, an Ethernet input in case you want to connect a cable, and two USB ports for connecting USB stuff such as a mouse or a memory stick or whatever. If you want to look at your holiday snaps and so on, you can use one of these ports to stick the memory card from your computer into a memory reader. There's a piece of protective plastic there to keep it look nice, and then here you've got your video outputs, all fairly straightforward and standard, and there's a nice lot of vents around the case, as there usually are. Here's the instruction leaflet, fairly simple and straightforward, and basically tells you how to connect it up. Once you've got it connected up, it's up to you. I mean, if you're familiar with Android, that you'll find loads of stuff you can do with it. If you're not, you'll have a bit of a steep learning curve, but you'll have fun. And in here, now this is a bit unusual. I've not seen this in an Android box before. They actually give you a branded memory card reader, which will take an SD card or a micro SD card, a couple of other sizes. I'm not quite sure what they are, but take various different sizes of memory card. That is useful. You don't need to nick the one from your computer or your camera case or whatever. You've got your own dedicated one for this device. There's the remote control. You can do most things with the remote control. It is going to need two AAA batteries, which I will pop into it in a minute to get it ready for use. The battery compartment you just push off like that. You can see it's fairly standard, no mysteries there. And they are AAA batteries, by the way. HDMI lead. In my case, I probably won't need this because I've already got an HDMI lead plugged into my television, which is spare. So rather than groping around the back to unplug one and plug another one in, these are the composite video leads, so that if you wish to connect another device to the composite video, you can. And finally, the power supply. So you get in the box everything you need to connect this to your television. You don't need to order anything else with it. But what does make this box a bit even more special than it already is the fact that you get one of these devices. Now, because Android is really designed for using with touchscreen devices, and your television probably isn't going to be a touchscreen one, I know some of them are, but quite rare, you need another method of doing the stuff you'd normally do by dragging things with your finger. And a mouse is quite a good way of doing it. Also, the on-screen keyboard's okay, but moving around from key to key, pressing with a mouse pointer or with the remote control is a bit laborious. So what they've given you with this one is they've given you a controller here, which works obviously alongside the remote control. It's got a mouse pad here, so you can move the pointer around the screen. You've got your mouse buttons down here for clicking right and left, and you've got some of the same controls that you'd have on a normal remote control, and you've got a full QWERTY keyboard here, so doing a search and so on should be a lot easier. It requires, there's two models of this. One model has a built-in lithium battery, and the other, which is this one.
This one takes two AA batteries, which I've already fitted, and you see the little silver thing there? That is the wireless adapter which you need to plug into the back of the Android box, which I did a bit later on before I connected it all up to the television. But there you are, it's all ready to go, and the empty square there is where the lithium battery would go if you had the rechargeable version, which we don't. We get the one that requires AAA batteries, which I've put in. And here we are, we're about to connect it up to the television. Power supply connector goes in, plugs into the back. HDMI cable goes in. Turn the device on, and it's already booting. Need to turn the television on. And there we are, and can see the Android screen, which I'm just filming there. In a minute we'll have a look at a screen dump. This is how the thing comes by default. Now I know some of you will recognise these programs, some of you won't. I've got no idea what Kodi is or Hulu. I don't use Netflix now because I've got Amazon Prime, and I certainly don't use Twitter. But you can change it, and I've changed it there, and I've put some of the stuff I want to use on there. So that's all ready to go. And the next screen just shows you some Amazon movies. We used this tonight to watch, what movie was it we watched? I've forgotten. It was quite a good movie anyway, and it was on Amazon Prime. Oh yes, The Monuments Men, that's right, yes. It was a good movie, quite moving.